Krishna, we welcome all the viewers, all the devotees of this channel, ISKCON Bulla official YouTube channel. Today we will be discussing about Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, chapter number 5. In the chapter number 4, towards the last verse, it was mentioned how Vidura met to Uddhava, and Uddhava told to Vidura that when Krishna was leaving this world, he was remembering to Vidura. And hearing this statement, Vidura became overwhelmed, thinking about Krishna, how Krishna was remembering to this insignificant soul. Then Vidura was being instructed, advised by Uddhava, that whatever your queries, further queries, inquiries are there, he can listen all this from Maitreya Muni, who was staying nearby in Haridwar. And Uddhava went to Badrika Ashram for his tapasya, and Vidura went to Haridwar. In Haridwar, he met to Maitreya Muni. And after meeting to Maitreya Muni, after giving obeisances, he first inquired how Sukhaya Karmani Karoti Loke. In this material world, people are suffering and they are trying to become happy. How the people will be happy in this material world? Why people are suffering? The first inquiry. And how people can become happy. In this way, he asked many questions about Krishna's Leela and Krishna's activities, etc. And there are sloka number 2 to 16. There are all the questions Vidura asked to Maitreya Muni. And Maitreya Muni immediately said, Sadhu, you are very fortunate, very good questions you have asked to me, because this all related with Krishna. So this way, Maitreya Muni will be saying to Vidura how the creation has been done, how the maintenance has been done, how the annihilation will be done by Krishna, and these all the desires of Lord Krishna. And in further details, we will be hearing from His Grace Padaseva Prabhuji, who is ISKCON Bulla President. He has come here to bless us to our center, and he will be explaining further details how the Lord is creating, maintaining, annihilation, how the creation is done. More details. Hare Krishna.
Om Ajnanantimirandasya Jnananjansalakaya Chakshurunmritam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, as introduced by His Grace Paramananda Prabhu, we are going to discuss 5th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, how Vidura went to Haridwar and enquired from Maitreya, stated by His Grace Paramananda Prabhu. So, in this case, another verse is very important, and that is text 3. Janasya Krishna Admukhasya Daivat Adharmasirasya Sudukhitasya Anugrahaya Charanti Nunam Bhutani Bhavani Janardanasya. O my Lord, great philanthropic souls travel on the earth on behalf of the Supreme Personality of Godhead to show compassion to the parent souls who are averse to the sense of subordination to the Lord. No one wants to serve the Lord, they want to serve their senses only. So in the purport of Asitosami says, Bhavantaha Parupakara Svabhava, that is the nature of the devotees, how to do welfare to the general mass. In 10 to 16, these 7 verses, Vidura will show his interest in Krishna Katha. That is a great fortune. So in text 11 he says, Kastupniya tirtapado avidhanat Satreshu vaha suribhi idyamanat Dhyakarnanadim purusasya jato bhavapradam gyaharatim chinnati. When we hear about Lord's pastimes, what happens? Who in human society can be satisfied without hearing sufficient talk of the Lord, whose lotus feet are the sum total of all places of pilgrimage, and who is worshipped by great sages and devotees? Such topics can cut off one's bondage to family affection simply by entering the holes of one's ears. This is the importance of Krishna Katha. So you are very fortunate that you are hearing this Krishna Katha. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada Maharaj says, to preach Krishna Katha all over the world, as recommended by Lord Chaitanya, is the greatest missionary activity, and all sensible men and women of the world may join in this great movement started by Lord Chaitanya. So in text 13, Maitra Vidura says, Sastradhanasya vivardhamana virakti manyatra karoti punsa hare padano smriti nirvritasya samasta dukha payasu bhakte. For one who is anxious to engage constantly in hearing such topics, Krishna Katha gradually increases his indifference towards all other things. Such constant remembrance of the lotus feet of the Lord Krishna by the devotee who has achieved transcendental bliss vanquishes all his miseries without delay. So, Sripad Vishwanath Thakur in his purport says, Hari Kathayam Mati Pravesasya Phalam Adhikari Vedena. The more you are sincere in hearing, and the more the result you will get in hearing the Lord's pastimes. So, in text 16, Vidura asks, please describe Purusha Avatara's fast. In 17 to 21, Vidura asks Maitra, Maitra answers. First, he honors Vidura. Vidura is not an ordinary person, he is Jamaraj. He is Jamaraj, and out of his desire to take part in the Lord's pastimes, such a thing was arranged that he was caused by Mandava Muni, and then he came as a Sudra, and this way he has the great opportunity to participate in the Lord's pastimes. So he, by hearing simply all these things, we also participate in the Lord's pastimes. So Maitreya replies 27 to 38, process of creation, how this creation is done, which is even till now unknown to the scientists. So actually creation takes place by Karanadaksai Vishnu, who is in the spiritual world, Karanadaka ocean. So while creating the world, the material world, the first demigods were created, and they started to pray the Lord in 39 to 51, these 13 verses. In text 41, it is very important to hear that Margandhi Jate Mukhapadma Nede Chanda Supanne Risaya Vivikte Jasyagamarso Saridvaraya Padang Padang Tirtha Padaprapanna. Very important verse. The lotus feet of the Lord are by themselves the center of all places of pilgrimage. The great clear-minded sages, carried by the wings of the Vedas, always search after the nest of a lotus-like face. Some of them surrender to a lotus feet at every step by taking shelter at the base of the rivers, it is the Ganges, which can deliver one from all sinful reactions. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, the river Ganges and Bhagavad Gita are chief sources of transcendental happiness for mankind, and intelligent persons can take shelter of them to go back home, back to Godhead. Even Srila Shankaracharya recommends that a little knowledge in Bhagavad Gita and the drinking of a little quantity of Ganges water can save one from the punishment of Jamaraj. Bhagavad Gita kinchid adhita Ganga jaralava kanika pita Sakrudeva murare samarcha Kriyati tasya na jamena na tatsya. Jama will not think of him. So next verse, text 46, it is said, demigods pray to the Lord again. Panena te deva katha sudaya prabhuda bhaktya visadasayaje vairagyasaram pratilabhya bodham yathanjasa nivur akunda dhishnam. So Lord, persons who, because of their serious attitude, attain the stage of enlightened devotional service, achieve the complete meaning of renunciation and knowledge, and attain the Vaikuntha in the spiritual sky simply by drinking the nectar of your topics. You see what is the importance of hearing. And Sripad Vishwanath Thakur in his purport says, Bhaktya jatha sadhana dasam aravena parama shukhina. By devotional service, those who are beginners, aramadasam, arambhena, paramasukkha, they get the highest bliss. Tatha jnanina sadhana dasam arabheva parama dukkhina. Similarly, the jnanis, they take so much pain. Arambha, beginning there is so much pain. Arabheva sukhina. Iti bhakti jnananayo etava deva antara. This is the difference between bhakti and jnana. So thereafter, Mahitra Muni will describe about this Srimad Bhagavatam, which is a different disciplic succession. We will discuss in chapter 8, and it will continue up to 4th canto. So thank you very much for listening to our discourses, and please don't forget to subscribe, share, and like our channel, and get the blessings of the Lord. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. We are in naval base of Chilika. Nearby there is a village, and the villagers are staying here, and we are doing some Sankirtan program here. So this is the natural scenery of the Lord. It is said, Vanastu Sattiko Vasa. Those who reside in Vana or forest, it is in mode of goodness. So by the arrangement of the Lord, one can live in mode of goodness in this place. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.